Hello, everybody. I'm Michelle Vance, the Executive Director of the Windsor Downtown Development Authority, and this is our monthly What's Happening Downtown podcast series. And today I'm excited to welcome Terry Fox with Fox Haven Aesthetics. He's located right here in downtown at 510 and a half Main Street. And, well, welcome, Terry. Just tell me a little bit about your business.
You bet. Well, thank you for having me. I'm a licensed acupuncturist, traditional Chinese medicine practitioner, and I specialize in aesthetic and facial acupuncture. So think Botox without the Botox. We don't have to do the toxic part.
Right.
We can lift, tighten, and tone, reduce the look of fine lines and wrinkles without having to do any of the toxic stuff.
No chemicals.
That's right.
So what's a typical customer of yours? Like, age, like just tell me what, like some of the issues that they're, having.
You bet. Well, my customers, they range because traditional Chinese medicine is medicine. Mm-hmm. So I'm seeing aches and pains, anxiety, stress, digestive issues, autoimmune issues, and then, of course, the aesthetic issues. Wow. So my folks range anywhere from about 20s to up in their 80s.
Wow.
The aesthetic folks are usually ladies. I mean, I work with guys too,
sure.
but tends to be the ladies. And they're about somewhere between 30 and 60.
Oh, right on. So what are your hours? Are you appointment only? Can people drop in? Like, how do they reach you?
I'm appointment only.
Yeah.
And that is about 9 to 4, 9 to 5 most
Monday
days.
Through Friday. So
I'm here Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday.
So how long is it as an appointment? So if someone was to make an appointment with you, how long would it take?
The initial consultation and treatment is about an hour and a half. Mm-hmm. And then subsequent treatments are usually a half hour to an hour.
Oh, that's not bad. Depending on the need, right?
Yep.
Oh, that's cool.
Depends on the condition.
So do you have anything special coming up? Is there anything that you're working on, any clinics? Or I know you've done special events before. Anything you're working on or done?
I'm looking to put together a lunch and learn or something. I'm seeing a lot of stressed out female entrepreneurs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're called solopreneurs. So you're flying solo a lot of times. Mm-hmm. You're everything. You're the janitor, the bottle washer, the party planner, I call it the poodle in the ring sometimes. It's like everyone's like, come on, dance, like perform. Yep. That's what it feels like, I kind of resemble that. Even though the DDA is a quasi-governmental, I'm a one-man band, and I think a lot of, especially women too. Actually, a fun fact: majority of small business owners in downtowns are owned by women. So it's kind of a neat thing. So, so tell me about some successes that you've had, like for being downtown. Like, what are some of the kind of highlights of you as a business owner and attracting new customers?
Being downtown, I feel so blessed to be downtown. I think it was absolute divine intervention, and I still have to thank Tyrone over at Looking Good Barbershop.
Right.
He was the one that got me hooked up. And so I was able to get in that little space there right next to the barbershop. Yeah,
you have a cool space. I mean, it's very quaint and welcoming. Actually, when I was with the chamber, we did your ribbon cutting, and you have that back area too, which you can kind of tent off and have like kind of a little special event space. Mm-hmm. Kind of neat. So any other, fun facts about your business? I know you do acupuncture, but what does that mean when you're doing the facial stuff? Like, how many treatments does somebody have to have? Let's say they have, like a big line down what are we talking about? Stress line that goes down the middle of our, mm-hmm. I call it, well, I don't want to tell you what I call it, but I have a name for it.
Oh, we call them 11s.
Yeah.
Generally.
Or
if it's one line,
no, I'm not going to
the Chinese medicine face reading term is a hanging dagger.
Oh, mine starts with a B, but I'm not going to tell you what it is.
Well, when it comes to lines like that, I do a package of 12 treatments. Mm-hmm. And it kind of depends on a person's diet, their lifestyle, their stress level. All of these things play together because the emotions that you have on a chronic daily basis, these fire the facial muscles. And so when the facial muscles are constantly, when your eyebrows are constantly clenching together, then it writes those lines. So
Right.
the first thing I have to do is, one, help you address the emotion.
Right.
And that's usually associated with a specific organ system in Chinese medicine.
What?
So this area relates to the liver. And so the emotions associated with the liver: anger, irritation, frustration, and sometimes like intense concentration. So
Like you're an overly intense person.
yeah.
Wow.
And so the first thing is I help people get aware about those emotions. And then we address the organ systems. Health is beauty, right?
Yeah.
So I have to get my people healthy. That's part of it. That's like the main thing, is getting somebody healthy. And then I start needling the facial lines so
Wow.
that we can build more collagen and elastin in the areas, loosen up the tight
Muscle.
muscles, tighten up the loose muscles.
Do you ever teach someone to kind of redirect their energy too, instead of having it that kind of grumpy face or RBI?
Yes.
You know what I
Yes.
mean?
One of my most popular blog posts happens to be how to treat RBF.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah, RBF. Yes.
But a simple trick that I teach.
I'm a different, mine's a up. I'm a more of a up. I never had suffered too much there, but I'm more of an optimistic face. I'm more of like a
Yes.
happy, so I get these,
Yes.
but more
and
of a happy
these
face.
lines, the crow's feet.
Yeah.
These, I mean, they're smile lines. They show that you are
Yeah.
a happy, generally positive person. And so
Yes.
I tell folks, why would you want to get rid of those lines?
Yeah, right.
Those are fantastic lines to have.
What I love is it's the holistic way that you do it, with the Chinese medicine, and you're not just dealing with the outside. Because I think a lot of people focus just on the outside and what they look like, and I think they don't know that they're full of cortisol, and their diet's terrible because they're eating bad, because they're always rushed and their life isn't kind of organized. And I think that a lot of us, if we just probably took some time to organize our life, eat better, see you, to coach them, I think that would be really cool.
You bet. The old Chinese adage is, when you're born, you have the face that your parents gave you.
Yeah.
And then as you get a little older, your teens, your 20s, you start earning your face.
Yeah, that makes sense. Wow.
And then by the time you're 40, you have
It's
the
there.
face that
It's
you've
the
earned.
road map.
And this all is reflective
Yeah.
of what's going on inside the
Wow.
body. Your
I think
health
a lot of
and
people don't
wellness.
realize. I think that's like probably one of the most powerful messages that you can give, is it's really about the inside. Well, do you have anything you want to plug about your business? What's your website? Like all the good things?
You bet. Well, I always enjoy the wine walks.
Yeah.
The wine walks have been such good turnouts. I'm usually getting 200 to 300 people come through that tiny little
I don't think
space.
anybody could do, and you know what, just to let y'all know, we have an amazing partnership with the Windsor Chamber of Commerce. They put on 4 fantastic events that happen in downtown, and 2 of them are wine walks. We just had one in Valentine Wine and Chocolate back in February. Yeah, we got you can get to you couldn't put an ad big enough in a newspaper or build a commercial. You couldn't pay that many people to come into your business and discover you. And I think when someone walks in a business, it's different than just seeing it on a flat piece of paper in an ad. When they're in there, they can smell the business. They can see you're welcoming, you're greeting them. I think they're probably those type of events are the most successful way to promote it downtown. And we're really blessed. We're the DDA's the presenting sponsor for those events. So it's presented by our downtown, and we are really blessed to have that partnership with the chamber. And we love our chamber, don't you?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, me too. Well, I just want to thank you for today. And if there's anything that we've left out, you're located at 510 and a half Main Street. And what's your website again?
My website is Fox Haven Aesthetics, and that's spelled the British term, so it's AES Aesthetics. FoxHavenAesthetics.com.
Well, I just want to thank you, Terry, for coming to our Downtown What's Happening Downtown podcast. You're our second guest today, and I really love to talk to businesses and hear your, the highs and the lows, and just know that the DDA is here for you. If you need anything, just reach out to us, and I know you know how to get a hold of me. So, but everyone, thank you, and Look forward to seeing more businesses featured in our downtown. And if you're a business and you're watching this for the first time and you're located in our downtown, don't hesitate to reach out to me, Michelle Vance, the Executive Director, and look forward to the next one. Thank you, Terry.
Thank you.